Florence, your host, and today we're at BeautyMark with Alisha Noon. She is our eyebrow styling artist for today. And we will be talking about how to style your own eyebrows at home and also how to fit it to your facial features. So here we go. We'll be going over is how to shape your own eyebrows at home. And here we see Alisha demonstrating on our model Taylor.
So I've already prepped Taylor's eyebrows by rubbing some, cleaning them off with some alcohol, or you can use any kind of astringent or toner, or even water works. And assuming that you're not a tweezer overachiever and you don't need to grow them out, basically after you've cleaned them up, you just want to make sure that you're in an area of good lighting, adequate lighting, and you have a good mirror in front of you, preferably not a magnifying mirror, because that often promotes over tweezing. So first thing you want to do is you want to map out your territory. It just takes about 10 seconds to do this, and if you're a beginner, a really great way to do it is to use a white makeup pencil. Okay. And so you're just going to make a couple of markings. One of them is going to be if you line up the pencil along your sort of the side of your nostril and through the inside corner of your eye, and you're just going to make a marking right there. And then tip of your nose, and if Taylor just looks straight ahead through the middle of the pupil, and that's going to be where her arch goes. And then the end of the brow, again at the side of the nostril, through the outside corner of the eye, and that's where we're going to end it. So Taylor's in pretty good shape right now. So like I said, if you're a beginner, the white pencil comes in really handy. You can use it to just sort of block out unwanted hairs, and that way it gives you kind of like a dry run before you actually do any tweezing. So if you want to change anything up, you can just erase the pencil and start over again. But once you're sort of happy with it, basically anything that's whited out gets tweezed. So I'll just do it really quickly, but you get the sort of general idea. And right there we can kind of see that we like that shape for Taylor, and so we're going to go ahead and start tweezing. You always want to tweeze in the direction of hair growth. So make sure that you're using some nice sharp tweezers, preferably slant tweezers if you can. The pointed ones seem to, they're really more for ingrown hairs, and you end up getting a little bit of injury from them rather than actually taking out the hair. So slant is your best bet. And then a spoolie brush like this is always good to kind of comb the brow through the process. You always want to comb your brows instead of straight up or down or in different directions, sort of more towards the temple. And just see where the brows naturally fall, and then you can sort of comb them in whatever direction you feel looks best, and then tweeze accordingly.
So how about when we're looking at facial kind of features for face shape?
Yeah.
How would we tailor our eyebrow shape to go with our facial shape?
Well, basically, the goal is always to keep them as full as possible, but yeah, definitely if you've got stronger features, you're going to need a stronger brow. If you've got more sort of slight, smaller features, then you can pull off a more delicate, petite brow. But basically, let's say you have a round face, you kind of want to even that out by having maybe a little bit more angle to your brow. Taylor has a little bit of a round face, and so we're just going to, instead of making her brows round, which will make her face shape look rounder, we're just going to give her a little bit of an angle, make sure that the arch is sort of more defined. Mm-hmm. You know, for example, if your eyes are really close together, you can fudge the shape of your brows a little bit by elongating the arch and making your brows look a little bit further apart, and vice versa.
Mm-hmm. And currently, for right now, for the fall-winter season, is there any particular eyebrow shape that's in?
Yes, I always say that it's, it's a funny question, the trend question, because I always think that the trend is what looks best on your face.
Yeah.
But most definitely, we are seeing a move, and have been for quite some time, towards a thicker, more bold brow. So I think if you can keep it, like I said, as full as possible, that really is the best thing for anybody. And then just kind of keep in mind what your face shape is, and what your brows will naturally allow you to do. Obviously, if you don't have the thickness, you're just going to have to work with that.
Yeah.
Oftentimes, I would suggest going to a professional for sort of your initial shape to get you going, and then you can maintain it at home. But yeah, I would definitely say the fuller the better, but that doesn't mean crazy unkempt brows.
Perfect.
Sometimes it takes a little elbow grease to get the white pencil off.
Yeah.
But generally you can kind of see where the line is, and now we've got kind of a very nicely but naturally shaped brow.
Perfect.
And after the pencil is off, you can always go back in and sort of see where you've missed. But generally, there we go. So there's the difference between the two sides.
So here we have it. This is the final result, and Taylor looks fabulous after we've done her eyebrows. And now you know how to do it at home as well. Thank you to Alisha Noon, and stay tuned for our next BeautyMark segment.